get it going, yeah, right now. We can get it going, yeah, right now. Big dreams in a small town. I love it up, they need to pipe down.
Yeah, what's up, my people? It's sports talk again. From on top of your game. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment. You can join my YouTube page. You'll see the logo on the top of the screen. You'll catch one of the videos if you search on top of your game. You will run across my face and the logo on the page at the top of the screen. And go to the On Top of Your Game Facebook page and subscribe to that as well, man. I just want to talk some sports tonight. We had a Thursday night game from the NFL, and it was the Raiders versus the Broncos. The Broncos has became a threat in the AFC West, and they're a threat to my team, the Chiefs, man. As you know, I like the Chiefs, and I like to come on here and talk about them. But the Broncos have been playing some fabulous defense throughout the course of the season. These past years, they've been playing some good defense. Yeah, Sean Payton is a great coach for them. So they've been doing well. I just want to run down some stats from the game. So we have for passing yards, passing first downs, it was a tie in that category. 10. Raiders had 10 and the Broncos had 10. Rushing first downs, the Raiders had more rushing first downs than the Broncos, 6-5. 4-5. Broncos won the rushing. So the passing yard touchdowns, first downs, the passing, just first downs period, it was tied. And passing first downs, Raiders won that by 6-5 to the Broncos. Rushing first downs, Raiders 4, Broncos 5. First down from penalties, there was none. And third down efficiency, both teams was about similar on third downs. Wasn't too good on third downs. And neither team was very good on fourth down either. So, yeah, man. They got plays going early in the runs. And, yeah, man, Broncos had more passing yards than the Raiders. Broncos passing yards was 136 to the Raiders 114. And then the Broncos also beat them in the rushing yards, 84-74. Broncos win by in the running game, and the final score was 10-7. Broncos win, and Broncos are 8-2, man. And then Raiders not looking good at all this season, 2-7 as they fall 2-7. So the next game that the Broncos have is against the Chiefs. And that should be interesting because that we gonna see who's can win the AFC West, man. This is a very I think this game versus the Chiefs, I think it means more to the Chiefs because we're at 5-4, man. We can't lose no more games. Then we'll be hovering around 500, and that's just not good for us right now, man. So we really need that game on Sunday. If you want to talk Chiefs versus Bronco, you can chime in. I'm just kind of nervous about it because we just lost a big game last week to the Bills. And this game is November 16th. So I believe, we do have a bye. So we can get rested up for this game. Hopefully we have Pacheco back healthy for this game. And let's see where this game is at. and it looks like if I'm not mistaken, the betting odds have the Chiefs to win the game. And man, we got to go to Denver and play in that altitude against the Broncos. So yeah, man, we got to go into that Denver. We got to go into Denver and play the Broncos, man. So that's gonna be a tough game to get, and because the Broncos have been rolling, defense has been good. Broncos been rolling, so it's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna get that game. Let me go back and make sure see who they had on the betting for that game. Like, share, and subscribe, man, to the channel. Okay, yeah. It says matchup predictor. They got Kansas 58.3% and Denver 41.4%. We don't have a point spread for that game yet. Patrick Mahomes is the leading quarterback for coming into that game with his passing yards. And Broncos got a better run game than us. They're leading in the running game. And that's been a question mark all season for the Chiefs. When I brought this up in prior weeks, I was like, man, can we run consistently? Can Pacheco run the ball consistently? Can we get more consistent play out of that run game? And they also outlead us. They also got more numbers in us in the receiving yards as well coming into the game. And the defense get after you, so they're leading in sacks coming in that game. The Broncos are leading in sacks, tackles. So man, really it's up to Patrick Mahomes to go out and get this game, man. Really, he's the leading player coming in this game. Out of one statistic, out of the quarterbacks, but out of other statistics, out of all the other positions, the Broncos is leading coming into this game. So, yeah, that should be a tough game for the Chiefs to get. And they did say Pacheco. It do say Pacheco is questionable for this game, so hopefully he'll play. Chiefs have a defensive end out. Norman Lott is out. Their defensive end. He has a knee ACL. His return date, he don't return until February, so he's gonna be out the rest of the season. And then we have Johnson out, a safety out, a shoulder. He may be back for this game. Who knows? And then you have a linebacker. We have a linebacker out. Look like he'll be out for some time. George. Yeah. Broncos has some linebackers out as well with hamstring injury. Ellis, he may return. And they got another linebacker out that's questionable for the game. So he may return. So yeah, man, I'll say this game and the Chargers game, I may have spoke too soon when I said that. I think the other day I said the Chargers and the Broncos is probably our toughest games going out, but the Colts, man, they ain't no punk this year, man. The Colts is not no punk this year, so that's another tough game. Their Colts are 7-2, so that's another team to watch out for. So we actually got three tough games left in the season, and we will see the Broncos again on Christmas. So man, we cannot catch a break on the schedule. We had a tough schedule coming into this season after a bad Super Bowl loss. So hopefully we can make some magical things happen, man, within these upcoming weeks going into the playoffs. Let's get in the playoffs, man, and let's make something magical happen. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a tough season for the Chiefs because if we spend so much time trying to get back in the rhythm and get back to winning again, well, we was winning until we seen the Bills. I think we played a good game against the Bills. We played a good game, so I'm really not that worried about the Broncos, but on the other hand, I am because we're hovering around close to that 500 mark. If we lose, we're yeah, man. I just think we had a hard fought win against the Bills, and I believe the Bills is a better team than the Broncos. To me, they're a better opponent than the Broncos. If you got something to chime in on that, we can you can chime in on that, man. But I believe the Bills is a better opponent than the Broncos. And we played that game down to a T. But the Broncos, they have been playing well. They're a real good team. So yeah, there's somebody to worry about. They are a threat. And the Broncos been coming, you know what I'm saying, these past couple of years with the defense. So, yeah, they're a force to be reckoned with. So, we got to keep an eye on them. So, man, I can't wait to that game. We got plenty of time to get some rest and get ready for that game. And I want to go into some NBA games on. It was one game on tonight. And Suns beat the Clippers 115-102. I'm about to go in on some highlights for that game. Clippers are 3-5. Clippers are starting off rough, but it's still the first half of the season, so who knows? And Phoenix, they're not doing so well either. As you know, they had they had some changes. So, but they end up pulling this game off tonight, and I'm going to go into the box score for this game. Y'all like, share, and subscribe, man, to my channel. Okay, for the Clippers, you got Nick Batum. He clocked in 18 minutes. Man, didn't get no production out of him. 0 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. You got Daniel Jones Jr., he played 22 minutes, 10 points, 1 rebound. Zubac had 23 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. Bradley Beal he playing 20 minutes, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. And then you got Chris Dunn, 24 minutes, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Man, it's crazy. The production that you're getting out of the Clippers right now, you really not getting any production out of them. You got somebody in the lineup, the starting lineup, with 0 points. You got somebody in the starting lineup with only 5. Chris Dunn only got 9. You only have 2 players in double digits in the starting lineup. The Clippers didn't get much bench production as well. Man, the Clippers look like a bad team right now. The only person giving them a boost off the bench that was in double figures pretty much was Collins. He played 23 minutes, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Then he had a block. So Clippers not getting much production out of their as a team, out of their starting lineup and their bench. So not much production out of the Clippers, but the Phoenix is getting a lot of production out of their starting lineup. It looks like in this game they was on fire. You got Royce O'Neal. He had 28 minutes, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. You got Williams. He had 28 minutes, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals. And then you got Allen. He had 36 minutes, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. So Phoenix is getting after them defensively. They're a nice defensive team. Devin Booker, 37 minutes, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. And then you got Green, 23 minutes, 29 points. Green led this team. Yeah, Jalen Green led this team. And that's what you brought him over for, to a young guy that can play beside Devin Booker, that can get this team going. He had 29 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. But yeah, a good play out of them. Let's see what their bench did. Yeah, and then you got some great production out of the Suns bench. You got Dunn coming off the bench for the Suns, 25 minutes, but he had 10 points. Well, not great production. I'm looking at, when I'm looking at the box score, I'm looking at the wrong column. So he had Dunn really had 25 minutes, 10 points. So you got all right production, and he was the only one really productive off the bench. But the starting lineup was just a killer for the Suns to defeat the Clippers. So that was the difference in the game. The starting lineup came to play, and then Suns stars, they was killing it, and then they got production from the supporting cast and the starting lineup. So that's what reflected the final score. But both of these teams are still playing rough, man, in the first half of the season. This is the first half of the season. No one's really playing defense. No one has really turned it up yet. Until usually you see it after the All-Star break is when teams are starting to turn it up. But these games are important to win, because when you look at towards the end of the season, when you hovering around 500, or you have to rely on the play-in to get in the playoffs, then you looking at these games like, man, we should have got that game. So they are important at the same time, even though no one's really playing at the moment. So if you like a bad team, that's usually a bad team, you will want to take advantage of these games, because towards the back end of the half of the season, these better teams are going to start locking down on you. So yeah, these are important games to get, man. Not much sports talk tonight, man. I just wanted to chime in on these games that was on. Little football, one game in the NBA on. So yeah, man, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I hope y'all had a good day. Hope you had a good night. So, man, I'm gonna get up off this live, man. Peace out.